So we're here at 2017 CES. We're at the EVGA suite, and we're going to check out their quick release water cooling. Take it away.
Yeah, so this is essentially an ecosystem that we're building for water cooling. So what we have here is we have CPU block with two quick connectors on it. So you can pair this with a radiator, a graphics card, maybe two radiators to really mix and match the components to best fit your system. In fact, we even have this here, which is basically a tube filled with water. It's an extension. It's an extension cable. So if you need some extra length and a larger chassis, you can do so. So we're going to sell it in a variety of different ways. This will all be different components that you can kind of mix and match. Even graphics cards that have just tubes connected on the top. So if you want to upgrade your graphics card, swap out your graphics card, it makes it really easy. You can do it within a matter of minutes, and you have a water-cooled PC. So it kind of mixes the best of both worlds of closed-loop cooling solutions and more high-end DIY water cooling solutions to give you a really good cooling in your system in as easy steps as possible.
So for somebody who just wants to think about getting away from the all-in-one loops, but isn't quite ready to do their own connectors and stuff, they don't even have to worry about it anymore because the pump is in either the GPU block or the CPU block, and they don't have to worry about a reservoir because everything's pre-filled.
Yep.
And you want to show them the lock mechanism?
Yeah, so the way that it connects together is pretty simple. I mean, it's just, obviously you'd want to have a radiator in between here, but
right, yeah.
It connects the same way. It's just...
It's a twist.
Yeah,
lock.
You push it in, you twist it together, and it's sealed.
Okay, and so the pump is in either the CPU or the GPU. Do you recommend doing all of it together, or could you just do the GPU by itself? Strong enough to do the radiator just with the GPU?
Yeah, the GPU, I mean, you can mix and match the components. You can have just a GPU plus radiators. You can have a CPU plus a radiator, even two CPUs. You can have a CPU plus another CPU. So, I mean, there's really kind of unlimited amount of combinations that you can do here.
That's an interesting point. You could probably do a server with the tool Xeons or something.
Yeah,
and just
definitely.
run it in series.
If you had a server that had 4 CPUs on it, you could do it. I mean, there is literally an unlimited amount of combinations that you can do here. Yeah, so we have, this is a 120 double width. We have a 120 single. We have a 280 and a 360. And these are the ones that we're going to have initially, but we may add more radiator sizes in the future as well.
And this should be released
March
2017. Yes. Cool. We're looking at the very first 15-inch notebook. Tell us a little bit about this guy.
Yeah, so this is the SC15. So last year we launched the SC17 with the GTX 1070. This is the SC15, obviously 15-inch. It's GTX 1060, 6 gig in here. We also have the new Kaby Lake architecture. It's a 7700 HQ CPU, so Core i7, 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. A really nice display on here. It has a 1080p G-Sync high refresh 120 hertz display. Nice. And of course a very sleek design, aluminum chassis. A lot of people, very similar to SC17 in that regard. We have a full GUI BIOS, which is something you don't see too often on laptops. So, we have full GUI mouse, including overclocking features as well, right from the BIOS, along with software to go along with that. And of course, an RGB keyboard.
Gotta have
four different zones. You can kind of customize the RGB colors to your liking.
Is this the same BIOS that you'd see on the main boards?
Very similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. It gives you a lot of the same controls: fan speed, overclocks. Not so much on the CPU. The CPU does have a locked multiplier, but you can overclock the graphics card.
Oh wow!
All the kind of normal stuff that you would expect in a motherboard desktop BIOS is.
You'll be right
here.
at home.
Yes.
With the SC15.
Right.
That's cool. And so, as far as I/O goes on this device, so see you've got the Vive sitting next to us. So I'm assuming it's got HDMI.
It has HDMI. It has DisplayPort. Obviously USB 3.0 on there as well. It has Thunderbolt as well.
And so we'll see this coming out this year
in June.
In June.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll keep an eye out for that coming up in June.
This is our new keyboard. Actually, we showed it at CES. It's called the Z10. We showed it at CES last year.
Oh, okay.
It's taking a little bit longer, unfortunately, to come to market, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
So it will be shipping later this year. It's obviously mechanical. We will ship both brown and blue keys. It has a display up here that can show you system vitals. So CPU temperatures, GPU temperatures, frame rates, all that kind of stuff you can do. It even has a feature called EVBots, which there is. I don't have the cable here, but there is a.
It was like that add-on that you guys had a while back for the
Yes.
the previous
So
series.
basically, what we've done is taking that EVBot
Yeah.
and put it in here.
Ah, okay.
So there's a cable that can connect directly to the graphics card, and you can overclock, overvolt, all the kind of stuff that you could do with EVBot. You can do from the keyboard now.
Gotcha.
It ties into EVGA Precision, so all the kind of stuff that you can monitor in EVGA Precision, that's GPU temperatures, GPU frequencies, CPU temperatures, CPU frequencies, all that kind of stuff you can get on the disc.
Reminds me of the G15 from back in the day. So
Yeah.
brings me back. Cool. Hey, welcome back to the EVGA booth here at CES 2017. We're talking about the Z270 series of motherboards, and this beautiful ITX board caught my eye right away. Tell us about this guy here.
Yeah, so this is the Z270 Stinger motherboard. So it's a bit similar to what we had on the Z170. There are some pretty key improvements here, additions compared to last gen. So first of all, we do have U.2 on here. Then on the and Wi-Fi as well. We have 802.11ac plus Bluetooth on here.
Nice.
And on the back here we have a M.2 as well, which we didn't have before.
So you can do like NVMe or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
I mean, for such a small form factor, you know, it's pretty robust.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about this one. It's going to start shipping late January, February at an MSRP of $199.
Not bad. Not bad. And this is all gonna obviously 1151, ready for Kaby Lake.
It's Kaby Lake ready.
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful. So what you see in this is just a smaller version of your higher end boards.
Yep,
here.
essentially. I mean, you get a little bit more SATA ports and DIMM slots, obviously, on those. But in terms of features, they are pretty similar. The FTWK does have killer networking, and then if we step up one more to the classified, that one is all the bells and whistles on that one. It has more power phases. It has Creative Core 3D audio. It has also the killer networking, the E2500, which is the new killer networking chip. We also get U.2 across the entire line of Z270, which is something new for us as well. So we're pretty excited about this platform. We think it has a lot of new features, at least from the EVGA motherboard side. So this board actually has 3 M.2s. So there's one here, we have one here, and one here. So you get a lot of flexibility with the M.2 devices that you want to install on it.
Very cool. And so you said they're all coming out at the same time?
More or less,
more or less.
yeah. All 3 of them will be
February-ish.
available towards the end of January or February.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.